Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. Today I wanted to talk about Honda-Nissan news which came into the market a few days back. That it has been in discussion for some time that Honda is trying to buy Nissan out, and it's understandable that Nissan as a company has been struggling with falling profits and weak sales in the US, and we know what happened with Nissan Renault and that partnership, how it failed. So this is a blessing for Nissan and it's a blessing for Honda too. Why is this a blessing for Nissan and blessing for Honda is what I wanted to discuss today. And as investors, what does this mean? My brother has been talking for a very long time about how Honda is undervalued as a company in stock price in Japan. And he's been encouraging a lot of you to look at this opportunity which is there in Japan right now because of Honda being so undervalued, especially those of you who can invest abroad, who have the capacity to invest abroad. If you're looking at auto stocks, he's strongly recommending looking at Honda. And he explained in that video about how Honda's position is in India, about their two-wheeler segment and how they're planning to do in scooters and the electric scooters, the two models they have, and all that news. And it's very promising, to say the least. And how worldwide Honda dominates in cars and how it dominates in scooters. And it's a conglomerate company. They do more than just vehicles, they do robotics, and they have a whole plethora of things as a company which they are dealing in. So this specifically Nissan is, the company has been struggling with falling profits and they are hemorrhaging, and this is an opportunity for this deal to go through. The main reason why this deal is going to go through is it also has the backing of the Japanese government. Because of the backing of the Japanese government, it's going to be great for the simple reason there's so many moving parts in these two huge companies, very old companies. With having the Japanese government's blessing and backing, is going to make things smoother for Honda and Nissan to reach agreement. The agreement discussion is going to start sometime in June 2025, and the merger will come to completion by June 2026 or a little later in June 2026. So it's a long one-year process. There's going to be plenty of opportunities for you to take into consideration of all the details as they come on how this merger is going to go through. What is Honda going to get out of this? Of course, Nissan is what is going to get rescued. All those jobs will get rescued, all those plants and assets of Nissan get rescued and they get absorbed into Honda. What does Honda get? Honda is busily trying to scale up and increase its market dominance and expand, and all that extra resources of factories and workers and everything else comes into Honda's legion, and it allows them to expand at a rate and a clip they want to. As investors, what does this mean? Well, as investors, I would say this is great news. Already the Nissan stock price has rallied by 30%, showing their confidence behind this. And also, there's also great news for Honda investors going forward, because the company's growth and revenue is going to increase once this merger goes through, aside from all the other things which are happening here in India. This is one of the main reasons why this is good news, is because of just the culture of Japanese companies. These companies, the way they're built and the way they function, they exude trust to investors. Investors can trust Japanese companies for the simple reason of the history of these companies and the management style of these companies. These companies may be very old and they may be run in a very different way compared to American companies, but one thing you can be sure of is predictability and trust from the management to the investors. Why am I emphasizing this trust so much? I would like to take the example of something like Microsoft. Microsoft, way back in the days of this beginning of the century, year 2000, it had a market capitalization of over 500 billion. Apple was nowhere to be seen. And Microsoft was in a position with phones, they were in position with e-readers. They were in market domination with a lot of innovative ideas. But that's the time when Steve Ballmer became the CEO of the company, and the company's internal culture dramatically changed. From a company which trusted and fostered innovation, the company became a place of rivalry inside them, and there was a loss of trust, and people were not sure if they had job security anymore. And that led to Apple coming out with the iPhone, and the iPhone revenue was far more than the entire revenue of the Microsoft product basket, and Apple became a $500 billion company while Microsoft lost a lot of its market capitalization. Then of course it changed. Satya Nadella came and things became different. But this goes back to the point of culture and trust within organizations. when you have a management and a CEO who believe in building partnership and working together, and this fostering is very important to continue growth for investors and customers and the people, employees working in the organization. So this is where we have to watch this Honda and Nissan partnership. We hope as investors that it's a win-win. Like I said, we have to wait and watch. The negotiations start in June 2025 and it will go on to be completed by 2026 because of the scale of the operation. But at the end, I do believe it will be a win for Honda shareholders and Nissan shareholders. So this is something to keep in mind. And definitely is going to help Honda's presence in India, where Nissan has a footprint and Honda is trying to improve its footprint here in India. That also is going to definitely aid Honda in the coming years. So let's wait and watch as we get into Christmas Eve. I wish all of you Merry Christmas ahead, and I'll see you tomorrow where I'm going to be talking about something a little more reflective about the year and about personal finance because the market is closed. I hope you did invest today and managed to make some Tiffin Coffee investments, as I've always been saying. And I'll see you tomorrow with that video. Wishing all of you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year as we get closer and closer to finishing this year. Thanks for watching the video as always. Do like and subscribe and share this content with anyone whomsoever you may think would enjoy this kind of content. Once again, thank you for watching. Be rich. Bye.
Hey guys, that my uncles Vinod Srinivasan, Anand Srinivasan and I have rolled out our Substack, which is basically a blog/newsletter where we're going to post our original research onto it, and we've analyzed macroeconomic trends. And a lot of you know my uncle Anand Srinivasan and I regularly write for The Hindu, and these articles are also going to be made available for you in the Substack. The link is moatinvesting.substack.com. You'll find it in the description and in the video right now. We hope you go check it out. We've put a lot of time and effort into it, and please give us comments and feedback on what you read. Thank you.